For centuries, what you wore was not a personal choice. It was the law. Across medieval and early modern Europe, governments controlled clothing through strict regulations known as sumptuary laws. These rules dictated who could wear certain colors, fabrics, jewelry, and even shoes, all based on class. Clothing was power made visible. In societies where most people could not read, appearance was a language everyone understood. A single glance told you who had authority, who had money, and who knew their place. Gold embroidery, silk, velvet, fur, and bright dyes were restricted to nobles. Purple, long associated with royalty, was often illegal for common people to wear. In some regions, even buttons made of precious metals were forbidden outside the upper classes. Breaking these laws was not harmless fashion rebellion. Fines were common. Clothing could be confiscated. Repeat offenders risked public punishment. The goal was not modesty, it was control. Sumptuary laws existed because social mobility terrified elites. As trade expanded and merchants grew wealthier, clothing became dangerous. A successful merchant could look like a noble. A noble without wealth could be exposed. Fashion blurred boundaries that rulers depended on to maintain order. Women were especially targeted. Laws limited how much skin could be shown, how wide sleeves could be, how long trains could drag behind dresses. Excess adornment on women was framed as moral failure, even when men wore equally extravagant clothing. Men were regulated too. Certain boots, hats, or cloaks were restricted to knights or officials. In some cities, even the length of a man's coat signaled his rank. These laws were enforced publicly. Inspectors patrolled markets and festivals. Neighbors reported one another. Clothing became a way to police behavior without prisons or armies. Ironically, the laws often failed. People found loopholes. They altered garments. They borrowed clothes. They paid fines as the cost of defiance. Fashion moved faster than legislation. By the 18th century, sumptuary laws began to collapse. Wealth, not birth, increasingly dictated appearance. What people wore slowly became a personal expression rather than a legal category. But the idea never fully disappeared. Even today, dress codes, uniforms, and appropriate attire still signal belonging and exclusion. The fabric has changed, the message has not. Clothing was never just about covering the body. It was about controlling it. If you want more stories about how power hides in everyday life, like the video and subscribe to Past Forward.